Daily Broadside, day 721. This past weekend, I was at a local brewery where I was sitting outside talking to somebody, just enjoying the nice weather and all before it decided to rain for 74 hours. And this dude, I have my dog with me, right? We're out like in the grass and everything. And this dude comes over and he's like, "Is your dog friendly?" Man, she'll jump on you like incessantly, but yeah, she's friendly and all. So he comes over and I'm still continuing to have a conversation with the buddy I'm with. And I look over, and this dog is licking this guy in the mouth and in the nose, all over his eyes, which I don't allow. I don't want a dog licking me in the face, and this dog is a licker. She's a licker and a climber. She'd get all over you. And I look over, and he's like 4 feet from me, right? Because I got her little leash tied to my chair, my Adirondack. And I look over, and I'm like, yeah, so we were going to go to the show this weekend, and I got tickets, and this dude, it's just the dog is just bathing his face, and I'm like, this isn't your dog. That's just weird, And he's and all this crap, and I'm like, all right. And he's like, people are weird. I wouldn't imagine doing. It didn't bother me. Whatever, it's your face, whatever. She does lick her ass. I've seen it, but I just couldn't imagine doing that to somebody else's dog. It's just a little weird. And if you've never watched Pop the Balloon, I guess it's on other channels, but it's on TikTok, wherein it seems to be all black people. No big deal, whatever. But I haven't seen any white people on there. But they go through and like all the girls or all the boys will have a balloon, and then the other person will come out that they may be dating, and they'll pop them or whatever as they don't like them, and it is hilarious. It's so funny because and then they go through in the interview, why'd you pop your balloon? And you've probably seen Aaron the plumber, who the girl, she started clowning on him. She's like, "You look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle," and I was like, "Well, Queen." He would call everybody Queen as he insulted him. "Queen, you ain't that attractive yourself, so Queen, you can just settle down, Queen, because you ain't my type, Queen. I wouldn't have picked you anyway, Queen." And it's like, man, that's a really passive-aggressive way of dogging somebody out by calling him a queen, But you should check it out because it's very, very, very funny. I know a lady who lives in a nice country club type neighborhood, and there's a neighborhood park there, and it's got a little swing set and a little maybe eighth mile walking track, and some swings and just some piddly stuff. And there's 4,000 like play school toys, like little scooters and trikes and three-wheelers and just Hot Wheels, as we called them back then. It was a Hot Wheels. Not Hot Wheels, that's a little car. The little tricycles you would ride around. Yeah, it was a Hot Wheel. Yeah, it was a Hot Wheel, I think. And all these things, right? She calls it the land of misfit toys, because everybody in the neighborhood, as their kids age out of these things, they just dump them off at the park. So the park, normally ride by a park, it's green and brown. There's a brown playground and some grass and some trees. It's just green and brown, right? Maybe a light tan for a track or some sand. But pretty much that's the color scheme for most parks. And, unless they got some fancy playground, which this one does not. And, this one has every color in the rainbow, because everything that Play School and whatever other brands make that stuff, Tonka, whatever, there's one of everything there. In fact, I saw over, all parks have the like nice wooden sign with the green writing. I saw the other day that someone had dumped off like one of those play kitchens with all the fake food and all that stuff, with the sink and the burners and all that stuff. And I'm like, these people, see, that's pushing the land of misfit toys. Ain't nobody gonna go to the park and want to cook a burger, a fake little plastic burger, They just dumping stuff off because they don't want to take it to the landfill, and the trash won't pick it up at the road, But it is a good idea, the land of misfit toys, You have no more need for that stuff. People have neighborhood pickups for free stuff and all, but they just leave it, and the kids love it. They ride the stuff all over the place. It's quite endearing, And I was watching Thriller the other day because, again, I was watching it with my mom, and I was like, let's watch Thriller. She's like, "Oh, I love Thriller." I'm like, "I bet you do." I said, Thriller is the dumbest story ever made, right? A guy and a girl go to a movie. They're both in the movie. Like, they're actors in the movie. Michael Jackson's in there eating popcorn, and she's all scared and crying. And I'm like, she's in the movie. How could she be scared of a movie she acted in? Makes no sense. Then they walk home, and all of a sudden, they're in like an industrial area near a cemetery, and things start coming out of the ground, and zombies, which have nothing to do with the werewolf, werecat, whatever the hell it's called, that he is in the movie and all this stuff. Then he becomes a zombie and all this. And then at the end, she runs into a vacant house, and it's no longer vacant. And he, says, "Hey, let me take you home." I don't know whose house they're in. And then he turns and he's got cat eyes. So is he a cat or is he a zombie? Like, none of it makes any damn sense. Landis and Michael Jackson are a bunch of idiots, right? But here's the dumbest part of it, right? Everybody's popping out of the ground, all the silly little zombies and everything. And one of the zombies comes out of the sewer. Why was the zombie in the drainage sewer? Why did he come up through a manhole? Everybody else coming out of mausoleums and dirt where dead people are buried, and this dude's popping open a manhole. How'd he get down there? Did he already crawl through the dirt prior to them walking into the cemetery area, go down into the sewer, only to come back up? None of it makes any sense. But that's Michael Jackson for you. They don't care about us. Y'all giddy.